Can you have a little bit more?
No, that's baby. This is a lot.
I know you're a bit tired, but can we?
No, this is a lot. This is actually a lot. So don't try it.
Yeah.
My dead is your hyped. So you don't want to turn it up another notch, you know.
Okay. I just want the energy to be there. I'm not feeling you in this video, you know. Okay. I just think that you just need to just bring it up a notch, and I feel like you need to contribute a little bit more. You're just leaving man out here to dry.
Shit. Oh.
Okay.
Your shirt fits.
My shirt fits so good. Okay. I have some problems.
What's your problem?
I don't know. Can we start it? Starting again. 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys.
Hey guys.
Welcome back to our channel.
Welcome back.
We're back. I think this is week 6. Oh my gosh, how?
When are you gonna get over this?
I don't know. I told you right at the end.
Consistency is our portion now.
Literally, I don't know, man. I'm just worried. Like, what if we miss on a week or something? Nah. No, we will not. But yeah, we're back with a new video, new background. Hey, it's not every day white, you know.
Yes, don't worry. We ain't moved out. All we've done is taken the camera, moved it from here to here.
Yeah, we just changed the angle. So yeah.
We are here with another Love Is series.
Yep.
And in this video, we're going to talk about Love Is Not
Envious.
Envy is being dissatisfied with what you've got and you're longing for what someone else has. You're constantly looking at their material possessions or their relationships or
their looks.
Yeah, their looks, the good fortune in their life. And you're like, what is wrong with me? Why can't I have what they have? And we all know that when you're envious with someone, it leads to a moment of unhappiness, and that unhappiness can lead to depression if it carries on. It's something that, you know, it's very small at the beginning, but it leads into something quite big.
So we're basically looking at 5 different areas of relationships that you can be envious in, and we're just gonna shut them down right now. I don't know what that was, but yeah, we're gonna shut them down, guys, because envy is the thief of joy.
That's right.
So let's start with number 1.
Uno.
I think we're very hyper because it's quite late.
Yeah.
And we just want to sleep, but we want to record as well, but you know. So 1.
Yes. 1. Okay.
You can be single and envious of people in relationships.
Yes, this is the point that we've kind of drilled down in most of our videos about being single and content. You don't want to be looking at everyone in relationship, being like, I want to be in a relationship. Again, just be happy in the season that you're in and knowing that the right person will come along the way. Because
it's so true that if you're not content single, when you're in a relationship, you actually still won't be content.
Yeah.
And it's something that I never really realized, because like when we were dating, I was like, oh, we just need to be married. We need to be married. We need to be married. And then now we're married.
She's trying to run out the door. And I'm like, where are you going? This is what you want.
But I do like.
This is what you wanted. This is what you wanted.
So it is actually a scary thing to like not be content with what you have in that moment and think that as you move into the next season that you're going to be more content. It's the same with money. People think that when you're on a specific salary, you're like, oh, I need more. I can't afford to pay my bills. I can't afford to live the lifestyle that I want to. You get more money. You're still chasing the money, and you're a millionaire. And you're like, oh, I still don't have enough money. And that's just an example of how discontentment can really just spiral out of control. So
bringing it back into relationship in your singlehood, our advice is always just continue to be on purpose, and you'll find your person along the way.
Yeah.
Testament to that, the library works. Found my day in the library whilst I was studying. Not booty twerking in the club. But I found my day in the library. Okay. So point number 2, when you're in a relationship, don't be envious of other couples.
Yeah, we mentioned it in our videos where we talked about table topics, and one of the questions that came up was, are you envious of other couples?
Yeah.
And we were just like, no, because we're too busy watering our own grass and trying to make our relationship fruitful and all that we want it to be. But it's true that when you're in a relationship, it can creep in, especially with social media. Oh my god. I remember when there was this one couple on social media, and they were like, mate, they were singing worship music together, like
I wasn't envious at all. I was a little bit.
I didn't really even notice it
pressure on me. And she was like, what are we doing?
Yeah, I was like,
on the sofa.
Yeah,
Why are you fish to work out.
Why I didn't?
Why don't you just have a conference with 25,000 people?
He's such an example. Why is such an example?
She's like, our life is just pointless.
Babe, wow.
Isn't that true? I got headache.
No, he's such
I got
a generator. But envy was creeping in, and you know, I found myself on the page and doing a bit of stalking and going back here and there and looking at this and that, and then what happened? They broke up, and I was like, you know, when you feel like you're in someone's relationship and you just didn't see that coming. Not that you know the ins and outs, but you see their highlights.
Social media makes you feel like you know someone's whole life.
Social media makes you feel like you know someone's whole life. Were we married at this stage?
No.
Yeah, we weren't married, but you know, when they broke up, I felt just so convicted, and I was just like, Anna, how bad of you? Like, looking at someone's highlights and thinking that that's their life, and putting that expectation on someone who you see day in and day out. Yeah, it's not comparable.
Definitely, because when you're in a relationship, whether you're dating or you're married, and you're spending a lot of time with your partner, you actually see them at their worst moments. And what the problem is if you compare your partner's worst moments with someone's highlight, like what you see on social media, even when you're in friendship circle, what someone may appear to you in the certain moment. This reminds me of a film that we watched called The Confessions of a Marriage Counselor. Like, the film was so deep. Like, what appears on the outside or what appears on social media is not necessarily what it appears to be. So don't fall into the trap thinking that everyone else is better than your spouse, because you're comparing everyone's best images with what you see on the day in, day out.
Yeah, that's so true.
Truth be told, your partner can actually annoy you from time to time, and when you're in that stage when they've annoyed you, negative thoughts might just start coming through. So something that we did very early in our relationship, if we had a negative thought or we said something negative, we will say 3 positive things about the other person, just to keep ourselves in check and just to keep a sense of appreciation within our relationship. Yeah,
definitely. The third way you can be envious in a relationship is envious of each other. Like, Gabe can actually be envious of me and I can be envious of him. Like, don't get it twisted. Don't think when you're in a relationship it's all external, like you're looking out there and you're envious of them. You can actually be envious of each other, like the way Gabe's envious of me. Like, come on, babe, tell them about it.
You're so joyful. Just a bit. There are times, you know, like, obviously, like Anna's doing well at work, so obviously I feel like, you know, I'm the man. I'm the man. So I can't let her just progress in her career. You know, I got to do my bit as well. I got to make sure I'm bringing home the bacon. You know, I've got to make sure I'm working hard. If I don't work 7 hours, I'm going to work 8. If I don't work 10 hours, I want to work 11. If she works 11 hours, I want to work 12. I'm just going to work hard. Okay, you understand? You understand? Okay.
Anyway, but envy is a real thing.
It's a real thing.
I know you're joking, but sometimes we do compete with each other sometimes.
A little bit. It's healthy.
I think
it's healthy.
It is healthy, but we can see how the line can be crossed. If you don't realize that you're on the same team,
100%.
You can really just start.
Yeah, because if you think about it, like traditionally, a man, all he had to do was go to work and bring home the money, and now the wife
is working as well.
Before all she did was just stay at home and look after the kids, and they had a split roles.
Yeah.
Now the cost of living has literally gone up. Yeah. You need 2 people to actually pay your upkeep in the household, and you're both working, but yet now there's kind of a blurred line in terms of responsibility and stuff like that. And then we're both striving in our careers, and we're going hard, and sometimes
we're encouraged. Hey, this is what I said to my boss, and he'll be like, I'm gonna have a conversation with my boss too.
And there'll be times there where we're both just striving, you just push the other one out the way, and so you just
and then we're like, can you really leave at the same time I leave? Oh my gosh, like it's real, you know.
Sometimes it's real. But we found out the key to success in this area is just literally to be happy. Remember that we are both on the same team.
Yeah, we are.
So the money I bring in is our money. It's not my money. It's not Annabella's money. The money that she brings is not her. It's our money.
Yeah. Because Gable's strengths are my weaknesses and my weaknesses his strengths. There can be that battle sometimes where you're like, oh, I want what he has, but you realize that because you're one, you're already complete individually, but together you can conquer so much more. 100%. And we've been able to go even faster and even further than we would have done on our own. So just appreciating that and keeping your perspective right with envy and not allowing it to creep in. It's just having your perspective right. Like when those thoughts try to creep in, those negative thoughts, those comparative thoughts, you just hold them captive and you just don't let them resonate within your heart, or don't let them foster.
And I think in life there's certain seasons where you might be on a high and your partner might be on the low, but it's when you're on the high, it's kind of helping pick up the other person, not discouraging them, and just encouraging them when they're there, and you just realize that you will just be on a level playing field all the way out. Because say for example Annabella just gets a massive promotion, like that's not her just promotion, that is my promotion.
Mate, when you get that payment,
who gave her the encouragement at home to go out there and be so confident? And likewise, if I do well, it's not my success, it's also her success. So the fact that we understand that we're both still striving but still rooting for each other and making sure that we're on the same team, and it's just constant communication and constant affirmation. Point number 4, you can be actually envious of your past.
Oh gosh. And I think I mentioned it earlier in terms of like, when I was single, I wanted to be in a relationship. Now I'm in a relationship, in a marriage, you think about your single days sometimes. Like, if I was single, I'd be able to just go out or go and do as many mission trips as I wanted.
You ain't single anymore.
Yeah, you think about those things, you're like, oh, why didn't I enjoy more when I was single? All this stuff, and you're just like, actually, why be envious of my past and things that I can't change? It's just never good to always be looking back, because you can't affect what has happened in the past. You can only affect what's happening in the future.
But this is also from the perspective of not being so set in your ways of your past, because like the way I was raised, again going back to our cultural differences, the way I was raised in the household is completely different from the way Annabella was raised, and I might get set in the ways of doing things, but also remember that the way I used to do things may not be the way that we can do things, and it's kind of finding a new balance and a new happy medium of how we move forward in our relationship, regardless of what I'm used to. Is that's in the past, what are we going to do now?
And that can really hold relationships back, when you're envious or constantly thinking about the way things were done before, and not really embracing the way things are going to be done in the new. So I really think we've really tried to embrace that in our relationship, and we always ask the question why. Like, why are you thinking about that? What is it that is the root of that?
How did you get to that thought process?
How did you get to that thought process?
Just so we can try and understand. And we're never trying to fight from a place of my idea is the best idea. We're just trying to find the best solution for
our household and for the task in hand.
And we just push forward like that. And what we do today actually affects our future. And the future is what we've got inside. So let go of the past. Let's get lost in finding our new selves in this relationship and what works for us, isn't it?
Definitely. And that leads us to the last area that you can be quite envious of, and you can actually be envious of your own imagination. Babe, let's talk about imagination, because you are Mr. Imaginator.
No, it's not even imagination like pixels, fairies. It's more of an imagination
the way you think
that a person should be.
Because our imaginations are always perfect, if that makes sense. Like in our imaginations, we never dream for the errors, we never dream for the issues or the problems. We're not like, oh, and when we go through this problem, we're just gonna handle it like that. You don't even think about the problems. So that's when it becomes like something that is unrealistic, because no one can actually meet those standards. And then when you get into this situation, you're quite envious of the way that you were thinking before, because reality is
reality doesn't necessarily match up with your imagination. So just allow them to be themselves, and then you grow together, you work it out, and just being flexible. Like, I didn't expect my partners to be so tall. I didn't expect us to be this beautiful either.
It's true. You have these standards and expectations, but don't envy those when you then get into a situation that might be different from what you were dreaming about, or because that could be detrimental to your relationship as well. Imagine if Gabe's was so fascinated on being with a small girl that even when I wear heels, it's like, you shouldn't be wearing heels, and it just, I don't know, it can lead to something and make your partner feel so insecure because you might not actually be physically attracted to them because of your imagination and the way that you were thinking before you got into the relationship. So just be wary of that. Envy is a very scary thing. It starts one way and it just leads into, it keeps going, and if it's not nipped in the bud, it can really just destroy your whole life. So we just wanted to talk about something that love is not, and it is not envious.
If you're not content in who you are from the inside, you will never be content with anything that the world has to offer you. So regardless of the future person that comes to your life, the job that you have, so it's just good just to be comfortable and satisfied with what you have, looking at the positives of it rather than always looking at what you need to change, and you realize that you actually become a lot more joyful in life. Like Annabella and I, you've seen our struggles of marriage videos, and we've just actually just made it a bit more fun. Like we have times where we get on each other's nerves and stuff like that, but we always count the blessing in our relationship rather than looking at the things that are not working as great. You know? So love is not envious. Because if you look at love in its truest form is content. Like it's content and happy with what we have. So I can't say I love, but I'm not content. So like, let's just love and be content in what we have, be content with our partners, be content in the season of life, in our singlehood, be content. Okay, and everything else will just flow from there.
Defo! Good point. Oh wow, you actually kissed me on the video. But guys, we hope you enjoyed that video. It's a constant battle. I think we'll even watch back this video at times where discontentment tries to creep in and just slap that out, because it's not good at all. And we're looking forward to taking you on this journey even more. And we don't have all the answers, but we're learning and we're sharing our learns with you. So we'll see you on our next video.
Peace.
Hopefully it's a vlog next. Hey.
Are we vlogging?
See you later, guys. Bye.